Hello, my name is David. I'm going to be demonstrating on how to install one of our Mojo pre-wired guitar assemblies. As you can see, we take great care in making sure that everything is very neatly soldered, the wiring is routed very carefully so that it drops in without any problems or any modifications. The first thing we're going to do is remove the old electronics out of this guitar. Start by removing the knobs. One easy way to do it is just to take a clean cloth, wrap it around the bottom of the knob like this, and carefully pull it up and off. Each one, of course, will come off using that method. Here I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the nuts and washers from this existing stock electronics. I'm going to take these pointer washers and I'm going to put them aside and use them on the new assembly. Now we're going to go ahead and flip the guitar over. The control cavity, the back plate has been removed. We're ready to start working. You always want to protect the back of any guitar with something, whether it's a clean cloth or tape, something to keep the iron from burning the edges of the guitar and solder splattering on the back of the guitar. It's very critical and you could do a lot of damage. I like to use anywhere from a 35 to a 40 watt soldering iron for guitar electronics. Anything less than 35 watts may not be good, and anything more is definitely too hot. Right now I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the pickups and the ground wire from this existing assembly. Now we're just removing the pickups and everything off of the old potentiometers. Being careful not to mix up your neck and bridge pickup. You want to know which is which when you're putting in the new assembly. Sometimes it's easier to label them. Put an N on for the neck and a B for the bridge with a piece of masking tape. That helps. Now that I've removed the old pickup wires from the assembly and the ground wire, everything is disconnected from the old assembly. We can simply just take it right out of the guitar, just like that. Here's the pre-wired SG assembly ready to install. The first thing we're going to do is take the nuts and washers off of this board, and then we're going to push it out of the board very easily and clean without bending any solder connections. Here we put it on a flat tabletop. I push corner to corner with each thumb, or like this, whichever way you want to do it. You just push down and it came out perfect. I didn't bend anything or move anything. As you can see, there's a significant difference in how we wire things and how factories wire things. Okay, now we're going to drop this new assembly into the cavity. I've already placed my lock washers where they need to be so that all I have to do is push the pots and the switch and the jack through the holes. Perfect drop in. I didn't have to move anything apart or make any adjustments. It fell right in just the way it should. Now we can go to the other side and install the nuts and washers to keep the assembly in place while we solder. Now that the assembly has been fastened into place with the nuts and washers holding it secure, we can go ahead and resolder our pickups and our ground wire to the assembly. When we're soldering, we always want to use a clean tip and a damp cloth to wipe the tip off with. And that's all there is to it. Once we're done with that, it's done. We can put it back together, plug it in, and it should sound great.